What's up, Swig Squad? Tea with the Diva here. Hold on a minute. Um, hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Swig Squad. How are you? How is everybody this good Wednesday evening? How is everybody on this good Wednesday evening? Hello, hello. I know it's been a long time, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Sweet Squad. So I come to you briefly this evening to see how everybody felt about the Diddy trial. Hello, Kelvin. Thank you for joining. See how everybody is feeling about the Diddy trial and the verdicts. So, for those of you who don't know, the jury found Franklin said oil up. The jury found Diddy not guilty. Kelvin, not guilty of 3 counts and guilty of 2, which are just the what are the 2 counts? I think it was prostitution or something. Prostitution, something not serious. And hey, open book, thank you for joining. And he will probably not do any time because they had a jury full of fans. That's how I feel. Transportation, prostitution, transportation, bringing the people over on a boat, on a bus, on a plane, on a jet, whatever he brought them over on to have the oily freak off is the only thing they found him guilty of. And I don't know who all feels the way about this, but I believe it was fair. I mean, I didn't feel like I wanted him to be found not guilty, but the prosecution did not present a strong case. You think he'll get 3 to 6? I don't even think he's gonna get that. I think he's gonna get time served. How long he been locked up? I know it ain't been. Has it been? It ain't been no year. He been locked up what, since September, October of last year? October, November, December, January, February. 9, 10. I knew it ain't no year. You think he'll get 5 years? You think he'll get 5 years open book since November? Okay. So he been locked up since November. So he done did a good 6, 7 good months. And I mean, the feds just did not present a strong case. When the case first opened up and they started it up with Cassie and all of her freak off truths and her information, I felt like, okay, that was a strong start to keep us going for the stronger information. But Daphne Joy, which is the Jane Doe that everybody know who Jane Doe is, Daphne Joy, 50 Cent last baby mama, She was the one who helped him more than anything. She did not help the prosecution. She did not help them. She was not a strong witness for the prosecution. She actually got on there in the way that I heard it. She made the defense look good. She made the case for the defense. And yes, open book. I swear, I felt like Daphne Joy got up there, and when they start catching her up, and then he's still paying your rent. Girl, if you don't go somewhere and go home, like, the whole thing was to embarrass him. Well, you know what? I think Kelvin, they probably succeeded there, because I honestly feel like he should just deal with men. Like, he really shouldn't even play it off like he like girls no more. All of his stuff is out. We know all his dirty laundry. We done cleaned his whole closet out. Stop playing like you like women. You don't like women. We know what you like to rub your nipples with. We know that you like a good ending with the nipple juice. We know about all the baby oil. We know about it all. You covered up the freak offs with camouflaging the women up front. Here, go, you go, you go. And then you really wanted to deal with it, because in the end, you really wanted your piece of the pie, George Jefferson. You wanted your piece of the pie in the end to deal with the happy ending. And that's how you wanted everything to finish off. So, I mean, hey, you like it, I love it. I ain't got nothing to do with what that man doing in his bedroom. I just want him to, now that we've come here, be straight up with yourself. Now that everybody know, now that your dirty laundry is out. Yeah, get on whatever he had on the elites. Yeah. And I mean, I just feel like he should live his life and get him a good man that he enjoy. Maybe he go both ways. Maybe he want a woman every now and then, throw a little woman in there for the little razzle dazzle of it. But he likes men. He likes men, sexual juices. He likes men too. He likes the thrustation of it all. He likes men. He likes the same thing we like. He whatever women like, that's what he like. So I feel like he might just need to go and come out the closet. But I feel like prosecution can really go ahead and go on and shoot themselves in the foot and admit that they really did not do a good job with this. And although Diddy had a dream team, because that was a dream team that he had, his defense team, it was a nice dream team, but he still has so much stuff against him. They ransacked 2 of his homes simultaneously. They went through 2 of his homes at the exact same time. They apprehended or kept the sons detained for however long. They had all the information that they had, whether that be film, tape, recordings, any USB, the baby oil. They had everybody's stories. They had all the rundowns, all that. He goes both ways and definitely prefer me. Yes, he's not going to stop doing anything. You don't think he's going to stop? He's just not going to take it this far again. Well, Kelvin, I believe that he won't. I don't think he will continue to do the same thing because of the way OJ ended. So the reason why OJ ended up where he was is because he kept putting it in their face that, yeah, they have always, yeah. But I think that now that they know that we know, he's not gonna be able to just walk around here and be making songs about it and be all boisterous like OJ Simpson was, because he'll end up exactly like OJ Simpson did. They'll catch him on something so minute and they'll blow it up so big just to show him that they have the last word. So I don't think he's going to be able to boast like that and still remain the same way Um, I think Diddy is a very like it's mine, grown man. And I think that he wants things his way all the time. So I think that they scared him enough that he'll go and sit down somewhere. I don't think he really, because I mean, shoot, I'm sure he never thought that he'd be held in jail where he could never get out. They would not take any of his, they didn't care about them passports. They did not care about him having show. They didn't care about none of that. So at the end of the day, he see that that money don't really matter. I mean, it can matter, you know, in the end. But while he been sitting in jail all this time, he never thought that he would be one of those people sitting in jail like how poor people have to sit when they don't have money for $500 bonds. Yeah, I heard he aged a lot. I heard he aged a lot. But I just feel like, I mean, they won fair and square. And then I believe the jury was just, I think it was filled with fans. I think that the jury, like the defense was very careful to choose people who kind of sounded like that they were would gear towards more starstruck. hmm And I just hope that he realizes that, dog, you see how he got on his knees and just started praying. I hope that he really realizes the weight of this thing and that it don't matter how much money you got. And these people, and when they want you, and when they want you real bad, they want you. And they gonna do whatever they got to do to get you. And they tried their best. They tried their best. And you know the girl Gina, y'all know Gina was supposed to testify on behalf of the federal government, but she ended up instead being paid off because of course they found her. You know what? I don't think he gonna retaliate, Kelvin. I don't think that he is I think his power, his power level has gotten knocked down a drag or two. I don't think he is able to stand on all that power because before it was out to everybody, the general public especially, before it was just out to everybody and it was just you know, just common knowledge of what he is and who he stands for. I believe he was able to do that, and his ego was a part of everything, and he could blackmail the best of them. I don't think he has that power anymore, and I think that he is pretty aware that he does not have that power. And I think this is really taking a lot of gas out of him. I think that for the most part, that Diddy is going to, you know, at least for a couple of years, he's going to be really quiet. I don't believe he gonna be stomping around, bad boy, come out and play. I don't think he gonna be doing none of that. He ain't gonna be making no "It's America's Most Wanted" like Pac and Snoop did. Like, I don't think he's doing any of that. I think that he is like, I think he about to be like, listen, y'all, we just about to chill, and we gonna have a couple movie nights, and he better just hang with his kids, and that's it. You ain't got no friends. You see, you ain't got no friends out here. You see, you don't have not two strong people that will come up for you and be like, nah, this is my homeboy. He ain't really do this. I don't know what y'all talking about. You don't have no friends. None. I wonder too. Because they definitely gonna get somebody else. And they mad. You know they is peeved now that they didn't get Diddy. They peeved. They gotta get somebody. Because, you know, they don't lose often. Especially, you know, once they bring forth the case, They done already spent millions of dollars to even bring the case to trial. Like, it's a lot of money in these federal cases. Yes, they did. A lot of people got out of the way. They was like, deuces, Diddy. Like, I used to know you. Then it was people coming out of the woodworks. Now that it's not guilty. Now people talking about, I knew it and I knew he wasn't. And I'm like, shut up. If you wasn't coming out them black trucks like them kids every day, filing in line with them, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I don't care about nobody who, oh, I was in the cut. I really didn't want to say nothing because blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because a true friend would have stepped up and been like, that ain't my homeboy. My homeboy wouldn't do no mess like that. Or y'all don't know what them girls wanted. Them girls was in love with that, or them, whatever the case, whatever they had to say. I feel like they could have came up and said something on his behalf. I'm talking about it was crickets. It was crickets the whole 2 months. Yep. His mama and them cheering. Them triplets. Them two twin girls and then that third triplet girl. They was there. Quincy, Christian, and what's the other one? They was there the entire time. Like all of the kids and his mother. That would be my crew. I will only hang with them now. I don't want to be with nobody else. I'm not going to the club with nobody. I'm not going out to eat with nobody. I'm hanging with my kids and my mama. That's my crew. Cause I ain't, and if I have a white party, they the only ones that's gonna be in white and at the party. Cause I mean, for what? Y'all not drinking up all my liquor and eating up all my food, and y'all fools, as soon as the dust settle and y'all think that I'm gonna have to go somewhere, y'all gonna be running for cover. I don't even want no friends. I don't need no friends like that. I'm good. So I just hope that he, keep his nose clean and he don't be trying to go find Cassie and trying to get back at this one. And nope, no. I said that. I said his name is not good as far as business. He not gonna be in no more liquor deals. Ain't nobody gonna want to do no more, like, because his name, hey, real life simulations, thank you for joining. His name is so, you in the bushes, thank you. But his name is so muddied up and dirtied up now. His name don't hold the weight that it used to hold. Like, I mean, you used to could say Diddy out in these streets and that would mean something to somebody. But now that, I mean, he done been through this, he ain't gonna be able to, don't nobody, I mean, even though he was found, not guilty of the RICO charge, but people not even gonna want to associate they brand and their business with all of that foolishness that he even had to go through. So nope, he's not gonna even be able to be a part of those rooms and those meetings and be a part of all those brand deals that he had and all of those liquor deals and the water and all that. He ain't gonna be able to do all that because ain't nobody gonna want his name on nothing. I mean, but he still got plenty money. He still got plenty money. He ain't going broke at all. But like I said, I just hope that for his mental health, that he learns how to sit down and just not try to be like, nah, boo boo, nah. Like, just go home, sit down, don't have no more freak off. I wouldn't hook up with none of them men that I had from the last. Don't even think about calling them because they are doing interviews and carrying on and all this. Don't even think about doing it. So I know he probably do got some people that he probably gonna have it out for, like Gene Deal, like his old bodyguard, Gene Deal and Roger Bonds. He needs to liquidate some assets and let us around him. Yeah. Family reflect on his actions. Yeah. I feel like that is in his best interest. I think that it once he, gets done and wraps this all the way up and he had whatever consequences he faced. If they give him, probation, or he have to, be sentenced to home for so long, I think that it would behoove him to sit down and not be out in nowhere and out in nothing. I don't want to be nowhere near nobody. And like I said, you ain't got no friends. We already see that. We see, and he ain't got a friend. Because I was looking for somebody to come up and say, Diddy has been my friend for 22 years and he's been such a good person, and he was there for me when I went through my cancer, and I had to do 9 rounds of chemo. And I mean, when I say he called me every week to see how I was doing, sent flowers, and he sent me a nutritionist, and he sent like I mean, I'm just talking about anybody, just an example of somebody who can have a good word to lay on to say that he is like a human. Like, I mean, we see this monster that they talking about every single day of this trial. Can we hear the human side of him? Because we didn't get any human aspects of him. It was just only the monster aspects. Everything that he did, everybody that he abused, everybody that he misused, everybody that he dangled over a balcony, like those are all of the people that we heard from. And we couldn't hear anything positive about him except from the people he was paying, his attorneys. So, I mean, I wish him the best. It wasn't the outcome that I would have wanted, because I would have wanted justice for those people. Rats in a sinking ship. Yeah. Uh-huh. He bought and intimidated. Yep, that's true. That is just the gist of it. And just like we think about people with money and we look at them like, they're not all the way human, and, they can just buy whatever response that they want or whatever action that they want out of somebody. I mean, he was just a typical rich, wealthy person that can make anybody do anything. That was just what we saw and what we were used to. So I'm thinking that I don't think that they're going to. Y'all think he gonna get like 3 to 6? I don't think he gonna get that much time. I really don't think. I think that the judge is probably going to give him an immediate bond. He gonna get a bond, and he gonna be able to walk out, and he gonna be able to go to his house to, he gonna put on the table that he'll give up all of his passport and his children's passports, and nobody in the family will have a passport. And I think that the judge gonna be like, okay. So count 1 was not guilty. Count 2 was not guilty. Yeah, you said we should see how they sentence it. Yep. And yeah, that's just how that went, you guys. That's the way Diddy. Look, that's the way the cookie crumbled for Diddy. He said he coming home, baby. That's what he told the kids. Oh, they said that the judge denied the bail. So he didn't get a bond. He didn't get the bond. So I guess that, well, maybe the judge will give him a couple of years. Y'all, did y'all see outside the courtroom? They had people out there about to fight because they was arguing over the people who thought he was gonna be guilty and the people who thought he was gonna walk. So the people that thought that the people that was happy that he got found not guilty, they was running up in everybody's faces who was saying that it was just a mess. It was a total chaos outside that courtroom. But them children, they was all smiling. That was cool. I felt like that was a good thing. I felt like it was good, him as a father, because it was straight chaos. I feel like it was good, him as a father, because his kids don't know that part of him. His kids don't know nothing about no freak offs and, baby oil and him rubbing his nipples with the man stuff and all of that. Like, all they know is daddy. And can I have $5? And can I have $500? And he never say no. So that's all. Kids don't know nothing about all that in the closet stuff. So they just see, daddy, and they were supposed to, and that's how it's supposed. That's why I didn't want them in that courtroom listening to all of that mayhem that went on in them freak offs, talking about all the stuff that go on in his closet, in his personal life. I was like, why are those kids in that courtroom? Why don't they get them babies out of there? I don't know. I would not want my babies in there. I wouldn't want no babies in there listening to that. You don't need to hear nothing about your daddy and all of that mess. Go on the other days. So yeah, they said bail was denied. So yeah, I guess the judge probably want to show him something. I guess he want to, because they said that each of those charges, the two charges that he got found guilty for, they each carry like 20 years apiece. And so they're saying that, of course, he's not going to get 20 years. We know he's not going to get sentenced to no 20 years. But I think, like y'all saying, that they were supposed to, he was supposed to like get 6 to 8 or something like that. But I don't think it's going to be that much. But we'll see. We'll see. So, those of you who watch the replay, let me know how excited or ecstatic you are, or if it makes you a difference at all. Did you have an opinion as far as what you were hearing? Did you not really care what the outcome would be? Because, it doesn't affect any of us, right? You know, did you want to see? I know my daughter said that she was like, I just always go with the defense. She was like, usually, unless it's like a apis or a edophile or somebody that mess with kids. You said it was 3. Yeah, it was, oh, 3 not, yeah, 3 not guilty carry life. Yes, they did. They carry life sentences. So yeah, so my daughter said that she says she just always goes for the defense team, and unless it involves a kid, if there is anything, involving actual or any unaliving of a kid or anything like that, she says she usually just goes for the defense team. So she was excited that that Diddy didn't get found guilty of anything serious. I just felt bad for, the the people who were treated, like Cassie and what was the assistant's name? Um what's her name? California Chaotic. What was her name? I forgot her name, started with a C. But like her, I ain't talking about Daphne, because Daphne wasn't no dang on. She just was crazy. But just like the victims, the people who actually were mentally messed up by the things that he would do, to them for years at a time, consecutively for years, and would threaten them and try to blackmail them to, stay on his side or stay in the free cuffs, or else he threatened that, I'm gonna send this tape to your mama job, and I'm gonna send this to everybody on such and such team, and nobody's gonna want to deal with you. So, the people that he blackmailed, and he would threaten them and tell them that he was gonna send a most intimate moments, um just send them out to the public. I felt bad for them, and I wanted justice for them. Of course, we happy that a black man, got away with the system here. It's a win for us, I guess. But I'm interested to see how this will play out. So I'll see you guys. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you for everybody who will watch this on a replay. And also, please, y'all, go watch We Belong Together with Nelly and Ashanti on Peacock. It's such a beautiful story. Even though he said he don't want to change no diapers and don't want to deal with the baby until they talk and all that, I think it's a really good like love story. So if y'all would be interested, and y'all, ain't got nothing to do one day over the weekend, the holiday weekend, just click it on Peacock and watch. It's a whole series. So it's like the first season got like, I think it's like 8 episodes, maybe. I think they got like 8 episodes. And but it's good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And yes, let me know how you all feel in the comments. And we'll talk about it. How y'all think Diddy did. Thank you, Kelvin. I do appreciate you for joining. But yeah, thank you all. This is your girl T with the Diva, and I will holler at y'all later.